Well, hello there. My name is Mark Miles. I love helping trainers, presenters, workshop facilitators really take the results to the next level. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the topic of signs of mastery in workshops. Signs that you, as a trainer and presenter, are really getting towards mastering your game of delivering content, delivering training. Now, this was all born out of my pondering, my wondering really, what does mastery look like for a trainer, right? So, for example, if we go to a restaurant, a master chef is someone that probably handles everything in the kitchen really well, can produce great food, and creates amazing experiences for the diners, right? And we need to think, all right, well, what does mastery look like for a trainer, for a presenter, for a facilitator? And I will caveat this video by saying at the same time, there is really no actual point that we get to with mastery because a master is actually also someone at the same time that is constantly looking to refine their game and get better and better and better and better over time. And a master knows that they don't know everything, right? So there's whole juxtaposition going on of what does mastery look like? And at the same time knowing that it's on a continuum and there is no end point of mastery. However, in this video, I want to go through the 10 pillars, 10 points, 10 signs, 10 whatever we want to call them, that would really show that you are probably operating at the mastery level compared to someone that's maybe first starting out, right? And this list is going to give you points to work towards or signs that probably you're doing okay, right? So this is a list of 10 things, and you may want to shoot a comment below if you want a copy of this list of 10. But I'm going to do my very best to go through the 10 points and explain each point as I go through it, right? So grab a pen, get ready to write, get ready to take them down because they are guaranteed going to blow your mind. It's going to expand your thinking around your own development as a trainer, presenter, or workshop facilitator, but also it's going to basically give you a place to work towards and something to think about as you grow and develop there, right? So, first one, grab a pen, get ready to write. First one is flexibility. Flexibility. Because what I've discovered is that great masters are able to be flexible behind the scenes. They're able to notice what's going on in the room and make decisions on the spot and change things and change variables based on what's happening in the moment. An amateur or someone that doesn't really know what they're doing will be rigid in how they do things and will go, all right, it has to be this way. I cannot deviate from this way. And they can't think on the spot, so to speak. A master, on the other hand, is constantly calculating things and going, all right, cool. I'm reading the room, not liking this, or this is going well, whatever it may be. I've got this planned activity. Yeah, I should probably change this, change that, and change the way I say things. And flexible changes are dynamic and they are happening behind the scenes. What I mean by that is the audience never knows that the changes are happening. An amateur would go, okay, we're now going to change how we're going to do, right? They would have a whole entire narrative around it. A master is making decisions on the spot and being flexible. Right? So, first one is be flexible behind the scenes. Next one, number two, is a master trainer is strategic. Strategic. Now, I don't know if you've ever played chess or if you've ever played pool or billiards. I personally hate the people that are really good at billiards because they're always thinking a couple of steps ahead. They're hitting the ball one place, and you ask them, why did you hit it there? And they go, oh, because the next shot I'm going to hit over there. And I'm like, whoa, how did you even think beyond the current ball, right? And I realized that great trainers, presenters, workshop facilitators, they've got this thing. I don't know if you've ever seen the thing, but they're always calculating the next 3 to 5 steps, right? So a great trainer, presenter, workshop facilitator, they're always thinking, they're always knowing what are the next 3 to 5 things that they're going to do. And they've got that planned out, maybe on sticky notes or maybe on their session plan or maybe some other way. But if you ask them, all right, what are you doing 5 steps beyond what we're doing right now, they're going to know the answer, right? And knowing that, they can move and groove and they can make changes, but they know what they're going to do 3 to 5 steps ahead. They're strategic, right? And for me, I love to write down things on sticky notes, and that allows me to be dynamic and make changes if I need to. All right, but great master trainers are strategic, right? So number 2 is that they know what they're going to do 3 to 5 steps ahead. All right. Next one, number 3. They are extremely good with their language, all right? Master trainers, master presenters, master facilitators, they're great at their language and they're willing to back themselves. They're willing to go after their audience and make sure their audiences respond, right? You just notice that they present differently, all right? So let's look at some of the language, right? So, for example, if you've ever been nervous, raise your hand, right? They ask questions that elicit a response, such as, would you agree that? Would it be a problem if? Would it be true that? And they are also very good at telling a story before content, right? An amateur will tell content, then tell a story. Professionals have crafted a story that illustrates key points and then go into content, right? Very, very important. And basically, they have given themselves permission to lead the audience with their language, right? So it's engaging language that makes them masterful, right? So next one, number 4. Number 4 is they ask, then tell. 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 You're wondering, what does that mean? Well, the thing is, a master trained presenter workshop facilitator know that they don't know everything. They know that they potentially have all the answers, but they are not going to force the information onto the audience. They're going to draw it out of the audience. They're going to shape the experience with them, right? So if you're going to teach, and I use this example a lot, but if you're going to teach top 10 characteristics of leadership, you are not going to show up and throw up and say, hi, this is the top 10 characteristics of leadership, and do it. You're not going to do that. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to show up and you're going to say, all right, turn to the person next to you and share with them who is the best leader you've ever had and why were they a great leader. All right, cool. They write that down, share that with the group. Then you say, all right, awesome. Now let's have a chat about what are some of the characteristics of a great leader. Turn to the person next to you or even turn to a different person and share that. And then everybody, okay, cool. Now, everybody, let's create a list of top 10 characteristics. Awesome. Great. Now, excellent. Based on that, let's look at the research and let's see, blah, blah, right? So we're asking them to be part of the experience. We're not just dumping on them, right? So a great master trainer is someone that can use the audience's experience and get them to create the content and then shift and shape it so that they have the aha moments and the breakthrough experiences. And they're able to create activities on the spot to get people to have the aha, right? A great trainer is someone that goes, all right, I've got this thing. What's the activity that's going to lead the audience to have the aha moment or the breakthrough moment, all right? So number 4 is ask, then tell. Ask, then tell. Ask, then tell. Ask, then tell, right? If you're just dumping info on your audience, stop it. Please. Stop it, right? Because your audience don't feel involved, they don't feel part of it, right? So number 5 is they are willing. Oh, it's a really, really good one. Number 5 is they are willing to get the audience to move it, move it, move it, move it. Would the real Slim Shady please stand up? Would the real Slim Shady, would the real audience please stand up? Because at the end of the day, what I notice is if you want energy in your room, you have to actually create movement. If you want engagement in your room, you have to create movement, right? And getting your audience to stand up and move in your training room, in your workshop is one of the best ways to do it, right? So within the first 5 minutes, if you can actually get your audience to stand up and move and talk to different people or go to different places in the room, it's going to create engagement, right? So master trainers are willing to ask their audience to stand up, right? So next one. Number 6 is that they are willing to do each activity different each time. Do each activity different each time. You're like, what does that mean? Essentially, what I've discovered is a master trainer is someone that can be flexible and insist on dynamic variety, right? Dynamic variety. What we mean by that is every time you do an activity, you want to throw some sugar and spice in there so that your audience cannot predict what's going to happen next, how it's going to happen. And they're wondering, all right, the sense of anticipation, right? So a master trainer is looking, go, all right, cool, I got this activity. How do I make it different to the last activity we just did, right? So maybe that's working with different people. Maybe it is a different dynamic of maybe just individual work. Maybe it's last one, it was a pair activity. Next, it's going to be a group of 3. Next, a group of 4. Next, it's working with a different person. Next, it's a different song. Next, it's a different something. But a master trainer or someone that's got mastery is someone that's able to throw in a difference every single time they run the activity with the group, or even with every single cohort they ever run. All right. Next one, number 7, is they're able to balance fun with high performance. Balance fun with high performance. Balance fun with high performance, right? I noticed that, here's the thing, folks, let's be honest, right? Everyone has a different definition of fun. And if you try to create the wrong sense of fun and fun too early, you put people off. You really do. And a master trainer is someone that can read the room and go, what type of fun is going to be appropriate? What can I get away with? But what's going to set a good sense of enjoyment, and at the same time, going to set a high level of performance, right? And it's totally fine to make jokes about yourself. It's totally fine to make jokes about the scenario, the situation, but you don't want to make jokes about people in your audience. That would be very weird and very inappropriate. And at the same time, you want to create a high culture of high performance, right? And you don't want to tolerate anything that's unacceptable. So I notice master trainers are able to create fun and at the same time, high performance. And you need to be able to pick things or pick activities or pick, experiences that are going to elevate that fun and elevate people at the same time. And I once went to a webinar recently, and the trainer or the presenter was asking me to do things, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. That's weird. That's not fun. I don't know if you can relate, but this person even asked me to draw a picture of something, of someone, and I'm like, no, I can't do that because that's too confronting. I'm not good at drawing. You may think that's fun. That's not fun for me, right? So we've got to be very careful and understand that everyone has different definitions of the F word of fun, right? And even some people hate fun because it's like, unless there's an academic purpose behind it, I'm not going to do it, right? So we need to make sure that all fun has a purpose, and we're very good at creating that fun and also optimal performance by all individuals, right? And there's a number of ways to do that, but mastery level, somebody can read the room and create fun and high performance. Fun and high performance, right? Next one, number 9. Number 9, very, very important one. And number 9 is something professionals do, but they won't tell you about it. Professionals do it, they won't tell you about it, right? A master trainer is somebody that sets their intention every single session. So, for example, a professional is going, all right, cool, I've got this session to run. And yes, you may have your learning outcome or your breakthrough that you're desiring, but at the same time, they're going to have their intention. So, for example, all right, so my intention for this workshop is to ask even more engaging questions. Or my intention is to build deep levels of rapport with my group. Or my intention is to bring even more lightness to the room. Could be anything at all, But a professional is typically going to have an intention that they've set, right? And intention is really powerful because if somebody ever gets off track, they can look at their sticky note and go, all right, what was my intention again for this session? Come back to the intention and continue to be back on track there, right? So the intention is kind of like, what are you actually trying to achieve for yourself and other people, right? A really, really powerful thing to do. And it's something that can really set the expectation of your day as well, because how you wake up in the morning will often determine the joy level of your day. As we all know that, right? If we wake up thinking we're going to have a bad day, we're probably going to have a bad day, right? Number 10 on the list of signs of workshop mastery, right? Number 10 is have a healthy perspective around things, right? Have a healthy perspective, right? A bit of a strange one, but this is all about your mindset, right? And this is the idea that you, as a trainer, presenter, coach, facilitator, mentor, whatever you call yourself in a position of influence and leadership, you need to stay humble. Stay humble. What we mean by this is know that you're good, but you're not the best. You're good and you're working towards being better. You're good and you're working towards being better, right? So definitely grab a pen and write down, be humble, right? Now, next one is, self-awareness, right? And taking personal ownership around communication. Because I noticed that master trainers, they don't get offended, they don't get upset if somebody's confused. An amateur, if somebody puts up their hand, an amateur may get threatened, or an amateur may go, oh, why are you asking me that? Why are you confused? And they blame the audience. A master trainer, on the other hand, different. They go, all right, you're a little bit confused. All right, you're a little bit confused. All right, cool. Let me say it a different way. A master trainer is willing to say, cool, let me explain it differently. Or let me share it in different terms. Or let me communicate it in different words that may resonate with you. All right. So someone's got a healthy mindset is going, all right, cool. How can I adjust my communication to better get the message across there? All right. Next one is stay curious about whatever's going on in your room and before your room and after your room, right? So don't make snap judgments. Don't go, oh, this person's late and they're a bloody idiot. Instead, go, I'm just curious. I wonder what's going on for them. I wonder what they're experiencing. I wonder what they're thinking. And if you stay in that place of curiosity, it keeps the influence channels open so you can stay connected with that person, right? So you want to stay curious. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if they're okay. And remind yourself, you don't know the full story. You don't know the full story. All right. And last of all, you don't want to take yourself too seriously. I noticed that masters in the world of martial arts, cooking, wherever you would see someone that you identify as a master person, they don't take themselves too seriously. They're like, yeah, screw that one up. Yeah, that one, didn't go too well. Oh, yeah, that one, that person, negative feedback, cool. I wonder what's going on for them, though. I wonder if they're okay. Or, yeah, maybe they're having a bad day. Or, yeah, that joke, that was inappropriate, right? They don't take them too serious. They don't tell them see you too seriously, right? So let's just recap some of these key points, right? I really want to encourage you. Point number 2, plan strategically and know where you are going 3 to 5 steps beyond what you're doing right now. Master trainers, master people that have mastered the training thing, they know where they're going and they don't have to constantly be checking their notes, right? And at the same time, they're fully present. Next one. They're willing to get their audience to stand up and move around and create that energy and movement, right? They're willing to do that. And as part of that, they're willing to actually try different things with their language, right? They're willing to influence. And yeah, another one I just really want to remind you of is they're willing and they insist on variety, right? They never, ever, ever do the same approach every single time. All right. And it's that level of flexibility and dynamicism, if that's a word, that really makes people go, wow, this person's different. Wow, they're operating at a higher level, right? So I want to do this video to really share. I mean, over the last 10 years, I'm constantly looking to refine my game and make it better and better and better and better. And potentially, there's no point that you ever really reach like a final, I've got it, I've mastered it, everything's perfect. But a person that is on that journey of mastery, I would say the training space does these things. They're constantly looking to refine, polish, and they're flexible in the moment. They know where they're going, and they're able to read the room really, 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 really well beyond what other people can, right? So hopefully you got some value from the 10 signs of workshop mastery here for trainers and presenters and workshop facilitators that really want to operate at optimal level. Thanks for watching, team. Hopefully you got some value. If you want a copy of the list, just shoot me a comment down below and we'll go from there. Thanks so much, team. Bye for now.